All right, guys. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some tips on how to roll with bigger opponents. So this is,
Cullen Ray,
and how tall are you, Cullen?
about 6'2", 200 pounds.
And meanwhile, myself, coming in at 5'7", about 140 pounds.
All right. Thanks so much. So now let's get right into the roll.
All right, and let the roll begin. So we start the roll here both in a guard position, so almost like a double pull. What I'm trying to do now is bring his leg across my body so I can work a leg drag position. That way it'll be easier for me to come up. However, when I do come up, I have to be careful for his left leg to make a circle and recover his guard just like so. So I have to be really low like this. That way when I become low, it becomes a lot harder for his left leg to make a circle and recover his guard. So he's grabbing my belt and he's grabbing my thigh. As a big person, I feel that his intention is to roll me over. So I have to base my hands and make sure he doesn't roll me over. I'm able to start back up in a standing position, and I want to maintain this position, especially when I roll against a bigger person. That way I can eliminate his weight. So he does a great job recovering with his left leg, and now I'm starting to feel this more often. He has a really flexible left side, so I'm trying to get really low to get for this guard pass. So now I have to go to the other side as he overcorrected his recovery too much. So now I'm trying to put a lot of pressure in this over-under position, and I back up, and now I switch to more dynamic passing. So one thing for me is I have to make sure that he doesn't get a grip on me. So from there I do a nice jump pass, nice and smooth, and as he turtles away, he exposes his arm for an arm lock position. So right now I'm messing with the arm here, and now I'm able to get it extended and finish with the arm lock. All right, so let's get right back into it. I'm gonna start in the same position in that double pull position, but now he's gonna get up. So immediately I have to go first. So I'm gonna put in my De La Riva hook, and I'm gonna start trying to spin and take his back. But he does a really good job trying to face towards me and sinking his hips to the floor. So I end up just consolidating a sweep. I try to go for a spinning swivel arm lock. I wasn't able to, but now I end up in single leg X. So I stand up, maintain a good posture. Make sure he doesn't get a straight foot lock by stripping off that X, and now I can start backstepping. From here, he is able to elevate me, but I step out so I can make sure I don't end up on bottom, which leaves me a perfect pass and a step over arm lock as his arm is extended. So now, same as last time, I'm able to finish with an arm lock, but we get close to a pole here, and we're gonna restart in a same position. So let's continue. We got more space now away from the pole, and we're gonna start again in a double pull position. I put in a lasso. I tried to invert, spin, take his arm, but his left foot stays on my hip to keep me away. So he doesn't try to come up, but I do end up in a next guard position here. So I back step away. Now I'm gonna try to jump over him as he's low and try to go to take his back as he's in a turtle position. So now my next goal is to try to put my hooks in, but he does a great job recovering his guard and Granby rolling out. So now we're back in action. He throws in a lasso guard, which I immediately find that it's a really good position for him. So I start crawling my right hand out on top of his leg. So that way I can start escaping his lasso guard. Now I start backstepping away, trying to be nice and low, and then perfectly I end up in the side control. Side control north-south position here. So now my next objective is to try to go to mount, but he turtles away to prevent me from getting on mount, so that way hopefully he can recover his guard. But only thing is he does expose his back in the process, so I throw in my second hook, and now I can start rolling him over, and I can start inserting my hand so I can work a collar choke as I step out and put my left hook over, and I'm able to get the tap. Alright, so finishing the rollout strong, we have about 1 minute left, so I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing. I'm going to insert my De La Riva guard starting from the double pull position. I'm going to control his sleeves so that way I can start working to get any hip elevation. Cullen does a great job sinking his hips to the mat, so I'm not able to lift his hips, so that's fine. So I'm going to try to work the leg drag, and we separate. So now that we're separated, I can start working a dynamic pass like a jump pass. Now as I jump, he's going to tuck in his elbows really tight. However, he does almost expose an arm lock. Because my right leg is trapped under his rib cage, I'm not able to get a perfect arm lock finish, so I'm gonna just put both my knees on the floor and work towards a north-south Kimura position. He's clinching his elbows nice and tight, so I'm gonna pass the lapel over his arm to trap his arm, and now that'll leave me with a perfect paper cutter choke. Shout out to Cullen. Thanks so much for rolling with me and letting me analyze the match.
All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning into my quick roll analysis. If you're interested in knowing more details on how to roll with bigger opponents, make sure to hit that like button and let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much, guys.